on the Rogues streaming network. Medford Rogues Baseball is on the air. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch.
From Medford, Medford Rogues Baseball is on the air as your Rogues will be taking on Baum Northwest, the middle game of this three-game series at Harry and David Field. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Welch of the Rogues Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Your Rogues are 10-5 overall in this 2025 season after taking Game 1 yesterday, 6-3 against the Baum Northwest. Starter Bronson Chappell out of Oregon Tech was able to go very strong into the game, very long in the game, a very strong start from the Owl. 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts in his start. That's the most strikeouts so far in his Medford Rogues career. As the big hits was not in the game last night, but it was walks, hit by pitches, and errors committed by the Baum Northwest that aided the Medford Rogues in a 6-3 victory last night at Harry and David Field. Tonight, Medford's looking for their 4th series victory in this 2025 season, and they'll try to get the series victory tonight against the Baum Northwest. Baum Northwest gave a lot of walks, especially from their starter, the commit that will be going to Old Miss, Bryce Collins, but also the Baum Northwest also committed not 1 but 4 errors in last night's Game 1 of this 3-game series. So the Baum Northwest will try to clean that up tonight at Harry and David Field. But one of the positives from last night for Baum Northwest was a multi-hit night from Reese Johnson. And one of those, he had 2 hits. One of those hits was a solo shot to right field. So Baum Northwest will be trying to have Reese Johnson have another home run tonight in this middle game of this 3-game series. I'd like to welcome you to the Rogues pregame show, where I was able to sit down with CJ Recruiting as our Rogues player spotlight. Plus, we have our usual one-on-one conversation with head coach Kevin Olmstead. As it is a gorgeous evening for baseball, glacier blue skies overhead, temperatures in the upper 70s, as it is perfect baseball weather in the Rogue Valley. Those 2 conversations of CJ Recruity and Kevin Olmstead's coming up right after the break. It is a picture-perfect evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. It's Baum Northwest, it's Medford, and it's all coming up right after this. More of the Rogues pregame show right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Well, back to the Rogues pregame show as we are getting rowdy, as this is our Rogues player spotlight, and CJ Recruity is our Rogues player spotlight tonight. CJ, how are you? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Love it out here in Medford so far. Really enjoyed my time here, so love being a Rogue for sure.
You grew up in Granite Bay, California. That's near Sacramento. Is the weather similar from Granite Bay to Medford?
It's definitely a lot warmer back in Granite Bay for sure, but the weather's pretty similar, so not too big of a difference so far.
You have had some great moments on the hill pitching for the Medford Rogues. Do you have a favorite moment so far in this 2025 summer season?
Definitely coming in out of the bullpen Game 1 is just awesome. Coming in the first game and with all the fans here really made that moment really special for me.
And you grew up in Northern California, and you used to go to Lincoln Potter games, and we know that the Medford Rogues will see the Potters a little bit later on this season. Do you have any memories of going to the Potter games?
I honestly didn't go to too many Potter games, but I have definitely gone to a few growing up. One of my favorite memories is definitely going to one of those games and Garrett Forrester, who played for Oregon State and now is in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. I remember he hit a home run one of those games, so that was definitely one of my top moments going to one of those games for sure.
And this is your first season in a Medford Rogues uniform. Do you want to work on anything for the summer season?
Yeah, I definitely had a couple goals coming into this, and a few of them were just making sure that I got everything dialed in with my nutrition, hitting the gym consistently, and most importantly, just working on my craft day in and day out, cleaning up a few mechanical issues that need to be cleaned up, and, just enjoying my time out here as a Rogue.
And we talked about that you grew up in Granite Bay, California. What was it like to grow up in Granite Bay?
It was actually really cool. There's a lot of great talent that comes out of there. Two of my teammates that went to Granite Bay have already been drafted, and a few more are going to be drafted in the years to come. So definitely a lot of good competition, which has definitely prepared me for my baseball career so far.
I don't think I've ever asked a pitcher this that's been in the bullpen. What do you guys do when the game's going on in the bullpen?
If I'm going to be throwing that day, or I think I'm going to be throwing that day, I'm usually pretty focused during the game. I don't like to get too rowdy in the dugout or in the bullpen, just because I like to try to keep my focus during those games. But if I know I'm not throwing that day, I usually just, talk to my teammates and enjoy the games.
And I know that there's that big old bucket of double bubble gum. Are you a big double bubble fan?
From time to time, yes, it differs. But I have gone into that bucket and stolen a couple of those for sure.
And how long does it last for you when you're chewing it?
It really depends. Sometimes only a couple minutes. Sometimes I have it in there for, 20, 30 minutes. It really just depends on how long, I want it. And sometimes, like the other day I blew a bubble and it got all over my face. So I just spit it out because I was done with that.
Hey, let's ask you about, what is your pregame meal?
I'm a big Chipotle guy. I'm very addicted to Chipotle, so I go there probably 5 days a week. So I'm going to have to go with Chipotle.
So what is in your Chipotle order?
Very, very bland. I get a bowl to go with a side tortilla just because it's a little cheaper than getting a burrito and you get a little bit more food in there. I get brown rice, black beans, steak, cheese, and lettuce.
You're making me hungry there, my friend. And hey, what's your walk-up song or like your warm-up song when you're on the hill?
Right now, my warm-up song is Crazy Town by Jason Aldean.
Why did you pick Crazy Town? Because it's Granite Bay's crazy?
Granite Bay's not too crazy. I've been trying to figure out a couple songs. My girlfriend actually helped me pick out this one. We were kind of just going through songs together, and the second I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be it for sure.
Well, that's good to hear, my friend. You want to give a shout out to anybody, your parents, your girlfriend?
Yeah, definitely shout out to my parents, shout out to my girlfriend, and everybody that's helped me along the way.
CJ, always a pleasure speaking with you. Have fun in the bullpen tonight, and I'll see you in the dugout for the rest of the season, all right?
All right, see you soon. Thank you.
That's CJ Ricciardi, as he is our Rogues player spotlight. When we come right back after this, we have that one-on-one conversation with head coach Kevin Olmstead, as it is a gorgeous evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Middle game of this 3-game series between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Interview of Kevin Olmstead in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Rogues pregame show. This is our one-on-one conversation of head coach Kevin Olmstead. Coach, how are you? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. Coach, first of all, congratulations on that victory last night, a 6-3 victory against the Baum Northwest. It felt like everything went well last night. I felt like it was like a full team effort win last night.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to score early in the game. They made a couple mistakes and we capitalized. Bats didn't really get going at all last night. I think we only had 4 hits, but our defense and our pitching definitely did the job for us last night. So it was good to see them bounce back from the previous earlier in the week to now.
And you talk about the starting pitcher last night of Bronson Chapel. You talked about him last night. 9 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched. Probably a typical night at the office for Bronson Chapel.
Yep, absolutely. Typical night, except he doesn't give up 2 runs. No, I'm just kidding. He competed his butt off. He had fun. He didn't want to come out in the 7th, but I told him it was time. So that's just the type of competitor he is.
And this is the middle game of this 3-game series, and you take on the Baum Northwest. And you always talk about how tough it is to win series. Why is it tough to win series?
Yeah, it's just that discipline. It's just that mental state of mind. Every night, baseball is such a weird game where any team could beat any team. So you have to have that same mental approach. Once you beat a team once or the first time, there's tendencies where you start to, give in a little bit, or not give in, but relax a little bit. And that's where the other team could come up and punch you in the face. So we just have to continue to play good baseball and come out with the win tonight.
And your team right now is on the back end of playing 13 straight games in a row. I know everybody on this team right now is thinking about Monday, but what is that message to stay focused for these last 2 games of the week?
Keep grinding. Again, they all have something to prove. So they have to come out here each night, pretend the New York Yankees are watching them every single night, and do their thing.
And I know that more importantly, it's building a family and all that, but also for you, because you're an assistant coach at Oregon Tech, you got to see some of your guys graduate at Oregon Tech. I know you made the trek out to Klamath Falls today. What was that like to see some of your players that you got to coach at Oregon Tech be able to walk across that stage with their diploma in hand?
Yeah, emotional. Some of those guys I've got the privilege to see for the last 4 years. I got to see them as young 18-year-old kids turn into 22 to 23-year-old men, so it's such a blessing. That's the reason why I do this coaching job, is to see these men grow, and it allows me to have, somewhat of an impact of their lives, and hopefully I'm able to keep in touch with them for their, for the rest of their lives if they choose so. So I'm just, so happy that I get to see that today from them.
That's good to hear, my friend. Let's talk about your starting pitcher tonight, Nico Crowley, his 3rd start of this 2025 season. What to expect from Nico?
Yeah, Nico is a competitor. He didn't have his stuff last time he pitched, but that's okay. I'm going to talk to him about, utilizing that changeup a little bit more, keeping the hitters off balance a little bit more. But again, he's super fun to watch, and I'm excited to see his bounce back from last weekend.
I know yesterday we were talking about those light-up shoes, the patriotic red, white, and blue sneakers that you were wearing at third base last night. I know Coach Coos was wearing that over at first base in Game 1 of the series. But where did the idea come for having the patriotic red, white, and blue shoes?
Well, Coos was a player of mine this year, and the amount of hours him and I spent on the bus rides looking at shoes is kind of embarrassing. So we had to get a matching pair of shoes for each jerseys we had, and so our red, white, and blue jerseys, we kept looking for cool shoes, and we saw these bad boys at Amazon, and so that was an obvious get for us. So best decision we ever made.
And, Coach, I always ask you this question. What are the keys to victory? Besides competing, besides worrying about the little things, what are the keys to victory tonight?
Tonight's going to be, winning the freebie war, right? If we beat them in walks, hit by pitches, errors, etc., we're going to be successful tonight. This is a very talented team we're playing, but they're young, right? So they'll capitalize on freebies if we give them those freebies. So if we minimize those freebies, we'll be fine.
Coach, always a pleasure speaking with you. Have fun out there tonight. And, hey, it's going to be pretty cool out there, so hopefully have your jacket out in the dugout.
Absolutely. Go Rogues, baby.
As head coach Kevin Olmstead, when we come right back after this, we have the starting lineup and the first pitch, as it is the middle game of this 3-game series between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. It is a Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. Middle game of this 3-game series between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues at Harry and David Field. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Welch once again for the Rogue Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Let's give you that starting lineup for Baum Northwest. Batting lead off, playing shortstop is Sawyer Nelson. Batting in the 2 spot is the third baseman Aspen Alexander. Batting third is the first baseman Reese Johnson. Batting cleanup in DH is Anthony Karras. Batting fifth is left fielder Matthew Manjoran. Batting in the 6th spot is the center fielder Justin Fuller. Batting 7th in right field is Jake Litton. Batting 8th is the catcher Ethan Swallen. And in the 9th spot it is the second baseman Zach Vega. Again, his warm-up toss is in right now. It is the starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues, Nico Crowley. 2 games on the hill so far and 9 innings pitched, able to strike out 6 batters so far in this 2025 campaign as we get ready to bring you the action on this beautiful Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. So Sawyer Nelson will go to work right now. Beautiful evening for baseball. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Pull up your favorite chair. Medford Rogues Baseball is on the air. Nico Crowley ready to deliver to the lefty of Nelson. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. And we get going at 6:35 right on the dot at Harry and David Field. Blue skies overhead. Temperatures in the 70s for this middle game of this 3-game series. 1-0 pitch. Curveball misses outside, ball 2. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, it is Joel Woodley behind the dish. Over at first base is Tim Barrett. And over at third base is Ray Smith. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball fouled off to the screen, strike 1. So it's Nelson, Alexander, Johnson, Karras, Madurin, Fuller, Litton, Swallen, and Vega. Starting lineup for the Baum Northwest, led by head coach Nick Lugadish. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. Fastball misses down and out, ball 3. Heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead talk about Nico in the pregame show. Nico behind 3 balls and 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 2. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to get it going in the top half of inning number 1. Sawyer Nelson at the dish. Nelson, who led off yesterday, top of the order guy, had 1 hit in game 1. 3-2 pitch, fouls it off as he spoils it foul down that left field line. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson, a guy who will be going to LMU in the fall of 2026. He just got out of his junior year of high school. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball as Nelson spoils the foul once again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rogues rocking their green and black uniforms, white pants, black caps tonight. Baum Northwest rocking their black uniforms, tan trim, white pants. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 4. And Sawyer Nelson's able to work a leadoff walk to begin the top half inning number 1. So Aspen Alexander goes to work now with 1 on and no outs in the top half inning number 1 at Harry and David Field, as it is a pitcher-perfect Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley, day before Father's Day. Happy early Father's Day to all the dads listening right now on the Rogue Streaming Network, as Aspen Alexander goes to work for his first trip. The small righty waits for the first pitch from Nico Crowley. First pitch on the way, finds the outside corner, strike 1. Crowley ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Alexander 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday, struck out a pair of times. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes. Fastball to throw over to second base by Chris Ortiz, and the tag will not be applied in time. So Sawyer Nelson's able to swipe second base and eliminates the double play ball. So with the Baum Northwest only 180 feet away from scoring in the top half of inning number 1, trying to get this first down is probably the top priority for the starter, Nico Crowley. Infield still playing deep for your Medford Rogues, early going at Harry and David Field. 0-2 pitch, misses downstairs. Ball 1. Aspen Alexander, guy who just graduated from high school from Lake Stevens. He'll be going to Grand Canyon University, a really good baseball school in the desert in Arizona. The right-handed batter he's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 1. Crowley checks on the runner, Nelson at second base, and the 1-2. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. Alexander goes down chasing. First strikeout victim from Nico Crowley tonight on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. As Reese Johnson goes to work for his first at-bat of the evening, let's give you that that defense is backing up Nico Crowley. Behind the dish catching is Chris Ortiz. Over at third base is Jordan Marion. Frank Ritigliano is the shortstop. Travis Finney is the second baseman. And Mark Fedro is the first baseman. In the outfield from left to right for Medford, it's Josiah Palomino, Johnny Alley in center field, and Orlando Corbarubias. First pitch on the way. Fastball fouled off. Out of play down that left field line. Strike one. 1 on and 1 out. Top half inning number 1. Reese Johnson yesterday. Multi-hit night. Home run and a double. Went 2 for 3 for Baum Northwest. Strike one pitch on the way. Looping curveball finds the outside corner. Strike 2. And Joe Woodley has that delayed reaction to that strike. Gets into it. I know Nico Crowley's into this count right now. No balls, 2 strikes. Top half inning number 1. Runner at second base. That is Sawyer Nelson. Wind blowing into the ballpark on this Saturday evening. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch home. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Beautiful off speed by Nico Crowley. Back-to-back Ks in the top half inning number 1. That curveball is working well so far for Nico Crowley tonight. As the 4-hole hitter of Anthony Karras goes to work now in the DH role tonight. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Runner at second base of Sawyer Nelson. He was able to lead off the game with a walk and also with that stolen base. 1 on and 2 outs. Top half inning number 1. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. First offering home. Breaking ball misses outside. Ball 1. You can hear on the crowd mic, it is blowing softly into the ballpark. Crowley behind 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0. Breaking ball finds the inside corner. Strike 1. Medford on the back end of playing 13 games in a row. Second to last game before having that crucial day off on Monday. Infield playing deep for your Medford Rogues of Marion, Ritigliano, Finney, and Fedro. Outfielders in their normal spots. 1-1. Fastball, cued foul down that first base side. Strike 2. Karras last night 0 for 2 with a walk, pair of flyouts. He was patrolling right field in the DH role tonight for the middle game of this 3-game series between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Crowley ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Glances over at Nelson at second. Glances back at him again. The 1-2 home. Off speed, grounded to the left side. Picking it up is Ritigliano at short. The throw over to first. Accurate for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left as it is the leadoff base runner of Sawyer Nelson over at second base. We go to the bottom half, inning number 1 right after this. Baum Northwest with 0. Medford coming up. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
We go to the bottom half, inning number 1 at Harry and David Field. Medford trying to get themselves into the win column on this 2025 season. Let's give you that starting lineup for your Medford Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Batting lead off, playing second base is Travis Finney. Batting in the 2 hole is the DH man, Caden Casagrande. Batting third is the center fielder, Johnny Alley. Batting in the cleanup spot is the right fielder, Orlando Corbarubias. Batting fifth is the catcher, Chris Ortiz. In the 6th spot is Jordan Marion. At third base, Isaiah Palomino, Mark Fedro, and Frankie Retigliano. 7, 8, 9 as the starter, Grady Saunders goes to work. First pitch on the way. Fastball that will be right down the heart of the plate, strike 1. As it is Finney, Casagrande, Alley, Corrubias, Ortiz, Marion, Palomino, Fedro, and Retigliano. Grady Saunders on the hill now. Strike 1 pitch on the way. And that is going to be a fastball that finds the outside corner, strike 2. Saunders, who will be going to Oregon State in the fall of 2026. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses outside of ball 1. Travis Finney at the plate for your Medford Rogues. Travis Finney averaging .412 on this 2025 campaign, behind 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball spoiled foul to that right side, out of play. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Finney in this series, 1 hit so far. Able to lead off the bottom half, inning number 1 yesterday. Able to reach on an error. Behind 1 ball and 2 strikes, Saunders ready, and the 1-2. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. That fastball by Saunders blows right past Finney for the first out of the frame. So if 1 out, nobody on in the bottom half, inning number 1. Caden Casagrande goes to work now for his first at-bat of the evening. Let's give you that defensive starting lineup for the Baum Northwest. That is backing up Grady Saunders. Over behind the dish catching is Swallen. Alexander's the third baseman. Nelson's the shortstop. Vega's at second base. And Johnson is at first base. First offering home from Saunders. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. In the outfield from left to right for Baum Northwest is Madrun, Fuller, and Linton from left to right field. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening. 1-0 pitch, ground ball softly to that left side, picked up by the shortstop Nelson. The throw over to first, and the throw is accurate for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out, 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half, inning number 1. Johnny Alley goes to work. Johnny Alley on a 13-game hitting streak. Alley's been seeing the ball well so far this season, averaging .477 at the plate. The young man still looking for a school. He's been hitting the ball well so far in the Rogue Valley. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside of ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Johnny Alley. 1 hit in this series. Able to extend his hitting streak in the game late yesterday. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, foul down that third base side. Strike 1. Orlando Corbarubias waits on deck for your Medford Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 1. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. 1-1. Fastball elevated, ball 2. Two and 1. Ground ball foul down that first base side, strike 2 as the count goes even, 2-2. As deuces are wild in the bottom half of inning number 1. Rogues right now trying to wake up offensively. That fastball by Grady Saunders making the Rogues think offensively. 2-2 pitch, fastball, strike 3 called on the outside third, and the side inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Saunders, the starting pitcher for Baum Northwest, able to send the Rogues in order 1-2-3. We have played 1 in the Rogue Valley. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. More from Harry and David Field right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
No score between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues as we go to the top half of inning number 2 at Harry and David Field, as left fielder Matthew Majoran will lead off the frame, followed by the center fielder of Justin Fuller and at Jace Litton as Nico Crowley begins his second inning of work. 2 strikeouts so far for Nico Crowley, as it is a right-on-right matchup to begin the top half of inning number 2. First pitch on the way, fastball, wave and a miss, strike 1 to begin the top half of inning number 2. Madronian making his first appearance in this series behind 0-1. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 2. And Crowley able to pull the string on that. Nico Crowley's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 2. Madronian going to Davidson College. Just graduated from Commerce High School. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Actually, a lot of papers made in the town of Commerce. 1-2 pitch, liner foul, and that is going to bounce foul right by the bullpen of the Rogues. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 2. Crowley waiting, and the 1-2. Fastball tapped in the air, and that will trail foul down that first base side. We'll do it again. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 2. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 2. Commerce High School's mascot, the Papermakers, 2-2. Wave and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Nico Crowley so far this evening. 1 gone and nobody on in the top half inning number 2. Great pitching by Nico Crowley.
Lower Columbia Community College commit Justin Fuller.
So Justin Fuller goes to work now with 1 out, nobody on in the top half of inning number 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Nico Crowley right now trying to get that second out. First pitch swung on and fouled off behind the plate, strike 1.
That one's just a bit foul.
Justin Fuller, 0 for 4 so far in this series, able to reach on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat in last night's 6-3 loss in game 1 of the series for the Baum Northwest. No balls, 1 strike. Scores for a bunt, and that will be downstairs, ball 1. Baum Northwest was practicing a lot of bunts during batting practice today. One's a wild in the top half of inning number 2, and the pitch. Fastball in the air, tapped in the right center. Charging in is Corbarubias, and Corbarubias slides, and he tumbles, and he makes the grab for out number 2. Orlando Corbarubias having fun in the outfield on this Saturday evening. What a grab by the Hornet from Sacramento State. Put that on SportsCenter tonight. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 2 as the right footer Jace Linton goes to work now. Base is empty, top half of inning number 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Crowley ready, and the first pitch home. Fastball laser in the air, and that is going to trail foul down that first base side, out of play, strike 1. Jace Linton at the plate right now, currently going to Churchill High School. He'll be going into his senior year this fall. junior that just got out of high school. No balls and 1 strike. Curveball bends in for a strike on the inside corner, strike 2. And now Nico Crowley's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. The top half of inning number 2. Crowley ready, and the 0-2. Fastball gets away from the catcher of Ortiz. Ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Middle game of this 3-game series. Rogues looking for their 4th series victory of this 2025 campaign. 1-2 from Crowley. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. And Nico Crowley is able to send Baum Northwest in order 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 4 strikeouts for Nico Crowley on this Saturday evening. Go to the bottom half of inning number 2 right after this. Middle of the order due up for Medford. Lando Covarrubias, Chris Ortiz, and Jordan Marion. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Bottom half of inning number 2 at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Brian Welch back with you as Lando Covarrubias will lead off the frame, followed by Chris Ortiz and Jordan Marion. As it is, Grady Saunders still on the hill pitching. The future Beaver of Oregon State delivers the first pitch to Orlando Covarrubias. And that's a fastball, misses up and out, ball 1. Covarrubias this season averaging .269 at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses down and in. Ball 2. Lando Covarrubias able to add his name to the home run list in this 2025 season. Had 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball misses outside of ball 3. Covarrubias with that great grab in right field in the top half of this inning to head 3-0. 3-0 pitch, high chopper over the head of the first baseman Johnson. That's a bouncing ball into right field. And Orlando Covarrubias leads off the frame with a leadoff knock. 1 on and no outs in the bottom half of inning number 2 as Chris Ortiz goes to work for his first at-bat on this Saturday evening. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. You heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead talk about this on the pregame show, talking about how there was only 4 hits, but hey, wanted a little bit more offense tonight in the middle game of this 3-game series. And Orlando Covarrubias able to answer the call with a leadoff knock to begin the bottom half of inning number 2. First offering home to Chris Ortiz. Breaking ball misses inside ball 1. Chris Ortiz, our Rogues player spotlight last night on the Rogue Streaming Network. Very good conversation of Chris. Guy who's currently in the transfer portal, but previously at Sonoma State. Chris behind, no balls and 1 strike. Fastball is going to miss inside of ball 2. Ortiz averaging .227 at the plate this season in this 2025 campaign. Throw to first base. Ball gets away from the first baseman to Johnson. Covarrubias thought about running over to second base, but the ball actually hit the first baseman to Tim Barrett, and it ricocheted it right back to Johnson. Covarrubias stays over at first base. 1 ball and 1 strike in the bottom half of inning number 2. Saunders ready. 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses inside ball 2. Chris Ortiz ahead, 2 balls and a strike in the bottom half of inning number 2. Leadoff base runner Orlando Covarrubias over at first base. Wind still blowing into the ballpark. And the pitch, fastball, grounded foul down that third base side, strike 2. One on, no outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Saunders ready. And the pitch. Off speed as Chris Ortiz spoils it foul. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 2. Jordan Marion waits on deck for your Medford Rogues. Bottom of 2, no score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Middle game of this 3-game series. Johnson, the first baseman, holding the runner of Orlando Covarrubias. The pitch. Misses inside, ball 3. The count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz trying to capitalize on this one. Nobody out. And the payoff. Off speed, a wave and a miss, strike 3. High fastball by Grady Saunders makes Ortiz chase. 3rd strikeout for Saunders so far tonight. So if 1 on and 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 2, Jordan Marion goes to work now for his first at-bat on the Saturday evening. Marion playing third base tonight, the guy who will be going to UC Santa Barbara in the fall. Left-handed batter ready to go to work now for his first trip through the order. First offering home. Slider misses outside, ball 1. Very good conversation with Jordan Marion today during batting practice, talking about how his family was able to enjoy seeing him play in the last couple of days in the Rogue Valley. I know his family listening in Monterey, throw over to first base to try to get Covarrubias out. Covarrubias able to slide back over to the first base bag. Jordan telling me today that his family left at 4 o'clock in the morning to get to Monterey. 1-0 pitch, runner goes, the throw over to second base by Swam, and the throw gets away into center field, and Orlando Covarrubias is able to swipe second base, eliminating the double play ball, and the Rogues are only 180 feet away from scoring in the bottom half of inning number 2. First stolen base of the evening, it's granted to Orlando Covarrubias. Wind blowing into the ballpark still on the Saturday evening. Still no score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Two balls, no strikes. Marion squares for a bunt, and that is going to be downstairs, ball 3. Jordan Marion right now ahead 3 balls and no strikes in the bottom half of inning number 2. Saunders steps off the rubber. And they're going to say that'll be an intentional walk. So Marion will work an intentional walk, putting runners at first and second now, all with 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 2. Josiah Palomino goes to work now. The young man in the transfer portal gets his first at-bat on this evening. Right-handed batter, Josiah Palomino goes to work now. 2 on, 1 out, bottom half of inning number 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Third baseman of Alexander playing even at the bag at third. First offering home from Saunders. Wave and a miss, strike 1. Josiah Palomino, this season averaging .241. The former Wolfpack in Nevada has been playing in the outfield. His caught has been in the infield. A lot of utility players on this Rogue squad in this 2025 season. Saunders glances over at second base at Covarrubias. Strike 1 pitch. Fouled off down that first base side, out of play. Strike 2. Covarrubias at second base, Marion at first base, all with 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues game 2 of this 3-game series. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Curveball misses inside, ball 1. It's been a big talking point during batting practice yesterday and today. A lot of the players watching the College World Series. I know LSU and Arkansas is playing right now in Omaha. Saunders ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Covarrubias dancing over at second base. And the 1-2 pitch misses inside, ball 2. So the future Beaver of Oregon State, Grady Saunders, struggling to find the strike zone in the bottom half of inning number 2. 2 on, 1 out. Mark Fedro waits on deck. Medford trying to strike first in the bottom half of the second. 2-2 from Saunders. Fastball in the air as the runners were going of Covarrubias and Marion, but they're going to go back over to first and second. Bottom half of inning number 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Perfect evening for baseball. Another Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. Hints of clouds. Thin clouds to be exact. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of 2. No score between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Two and 2 to Palomino. Off-speed pitch misses inside to ball 3, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 2. So right now, Medford trying to strike while the iron's hot with runners at first and second. Jordan Marion at first base. Orlando Covarrubias at second base. Infield playing deep now for the Baum Northwest in the bottom half of inning number 2. Palomino steps out of the box, now climbs back in. The right-handed batter trying to get aboard to get the first lead on this Saturday evening. Counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 2. And now Palomino steps out of the box again. Palomino climbs back in the box and awaits the 3-2 pitch from the starter of Grady Saunders on the hill for Baum Northwest. Covarrubias at second base, Marion at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, and that is going to be a check swing. And he did go around on it, says the first base umpire, Tim Barrett. And Palomino's down on strikes. 4th strikeout for Grady Saunders. Same kind of outing we've seen so far by Nico Crowley as well. 2 on and 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 2. Mark Fedro goes to work now for his first at-bat on this Saturday evening. Runners at first and second. Medford trying to strike while the iron's hot. Middle game of this 3-game series between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Saunders steps off the rubber to chase back the runner, Covarrubias at second base. Orlando Covarrubias at second. Jordan Marion at first base. Covarrubias is there at second because he was able to get a leadoff knock to begin the frame. Jordan Marion intentionally walked. Big lead for Jordan Marion as well as Orlando Covarrubias. 0-2 pitch in the air. That's going to be a ground ball into right center field. Rounding third, racing towards home was Covarrubias, and the throw's not going to get there in time. RBI single off the bat of Mark Fedro, and the Rogues strike first on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. The Vulcan from Hawaii, Hilo, gets the Rogues on the board for the first time on this evening.
Frankie Retigliano.
So Frankie Retigliano goes to work now with runners on the corners. Bottom half of inning number 2. 1-0. Medford out in front. 1 run on 2 hits so far this evening. Bottom half of inning number 2. Big opportunity right now from Frankie Retigliano. Bottom half of the second. 1-0. Medford out in front against Baum Northwest. And the starter, Grady Saunders, the former Beaver, the future Beaver of Oregon State, I should say. Throw to first base, chase back Mark Fedro. Mark Fedro is able to get back to the bag safely. Still waiting the first pitch. First offering home is a strike on the inside third, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike in the bottom half of inning number 2. Frankie Rutigliano at the dish now. Rutigliano averaging .317 on this 2025 season. Strike 1 pitch, misses. Actually, will be a strike on the inside third, strike 2. And now Saunders in charge of the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The bottom half of inning number 2. Wind blowing softly in the ballpark. Runners on the corners. 0-2 pitch, tapped in the air, right field, and that is going to trail foul out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 2. 1 run on 2 hits so far. Fedro at first base, Jordan Marion at third base. Rogues right now trying to capitalize, try to get more than 1 run across the plate in this inning. Saunders ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch, wave and a miss, good slider, and Rutigliano goes down swinging, and the inning is over. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and at 2 left, as it is Jordan Marion at third base, and Mark Fedro over at first base. Medford leading early, 1-0 against Baum Northwest. On to the third we go at Harry and David Field, Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Nico Crowley begins the top half inning number 3. First pitch on the way to the leadoff man, Ethan Swallow. It's a strike on the inside third, 0-1. 1-0 Medford out in front at Harry and David Field against Baum Northwest, as it is the 8-9-1 batters due up for Baum Northwest. Strike 1 pitch home from Nico Crowley. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 1. As it is Ethan Swallow, followed by Zach Vega and the top of the order guy, Sawyer Nelson. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Curveball finds the outside corner, strike 2. And right now, we've had a pitching duel so far between the starters, Nico Crowley and also Grady Saunders. 5 strikeouts for Saunders, 4 for Nico Crowley. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball right side, going to his left is Travis Finney. The throw over to first base to Mark Fedro's in time for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out, with 1 out, nobody on in the top half of inning number 3. Zach Vega comes to work now, goes to the second baseman, gets his first at-bat of the evening. Now a right-handed batter goes to work for the Baum Northwest. Medford leading 1-0. Game 2 of this 3-game series at Harry and David Field. First offering home from Nico Crowley. Fastball misses up and out, ball 1. Vega at the plate. He'll be going to Gonzaga in the fall of 2026. Gonzaga commit, 1 ball, no strikes. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Crowley ready, and the pitch. Off-speed curveball misses up and in, ball 3. Top of the order guy, Sawyer Nelson, waits on deck for Baum Northwest. 1-0 Medford out in front, top half inning number 3. 3-0 pitch. Fastball right down the boulevard, strike 1 to keep the at-bat going. Nico Crowley behind 3 balls and 1 strike. Infield playing deep for the Rogues. The top half of the third, 3-1 pitch. Fastball tapped in the air, right field. Going back is Mark Fedro. Mark Fedro's going to run out of room as that ball will land on the grass berm. And now the chase for the foul ball is on. And who ended up with the foul ball on that first base side? As a kid wearing sunglasses and a dark shirt and has a baseball glove in hand, able to track down that foul ball. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 3, and the payoff pitch home from Crowley. And spoiled foul down that first base side, still 3 balls and 2 strikes to Zach Vega. It is not as cold as it was last night for game 1 of this 3-game series. Last night, it was chilly even before first pitch, 3-2. Off-speed curveball misses up and in, ball 4. And Zach Vega is able to work a 1-out walk in the top half of inning number 3.
Now batting the shortstop, a Loyola Marymount University commit, Sawyer Nelson.
So Sawyer Nelson goes to work now, top of the order guy. Able to work a walk in his first at-bat this evening. 1 on, 1 out. Mark Fedro holding the runner at first base. Top half of inning number 3. Wind blowing softly in the ballpark. First offering home. Breaking ball finds the outside third, strike 1. Infield shifting a little bit to the left. Fedro holding the runner at first base of Zach Vega. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses up and out, ball 1. Sawyer Nelson, he'll be going to LMU. LMU in the Los Angeles area, part of the West Coast Conference. Wind blowing strongly in the ballpark, 10 to 15 miles per hour. 1-1 pitch thrown over to first base, and the tag applied by Fedro is late. Zach Vega stays over at first base. One's a wild in the top half of inning number 3. 1-1 pitch. Fastball dots the inside corner, strike 2. And Nico Crowley's ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 3. Throw to first base. Chase back the runner of Vega. That ball gets away from Fedro, and scampering towards second base is Vega. And Vega's able to swipe second base on the air. So that's the first error committed by the Rogues tonight. That eliminates a double play ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top half of inning number 3. One-two, runner goes. Fastball is going to miss outside, ball 2. Actually, the runner of Vega was halfway to third base, but went back over to second base. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 3. Big lead for Vega at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Off speed in the air, slicing to the left field, giving chase to Isaiah Palomino. That ball is going to drop down for a hit. Rounding third, easily jogging towards home plate is Zach Vega. 1 out, RBI double off the bat of Sawyer Nelson ties the ball game up at 1 apiece in the top half of inning number 3. So Nelson, who had a hit yesterday in the game 1 of the series, gets another hit. Not a single, but an RBI double to drive in the first run of the game for Baum Northwest. All of 1 out in the top half inning number 3. Rogues right now trying to get out of this jam. Crowley ready, and the first pitch home. Off-speed curveball misses downstairs, actually upstairs rather, ball 1. All leveled up at 1 apiece, top half of inning number 3, game 2 of this 3-game series between Medford and Baum Northwest. Infield playing deep for the Medford Rogues, outfield playing straight away. Crowley's 1-0. Fastball in the air, right field, that will go out of play, strike 1. 1 run, 1 hit so far for the Baum Northwest. They were able to get 3 runs across the plate. They scored at the first, the 5th, and the top half of inning number 9. Crowley waiting, checks on the runner of Nelson at second base, and the 1-1. Curveball Finds the upper third, strike 2. So that curveball's working pretty well so far for Nico Crowley. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Fastball in the air, that will go out of play. Suppose it fouled down that right field line. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 3. Gorgeous evening for baseball. Night before Father's Day. What did you get, Dad, for Father's Day? You don't have to tell me now, but hopefully you're going to spoil Dad tomorrow. I know my dad's listening right now, so happy early Father's Day, Dad. Listening back in Kalinga, California. All tied up at 1 apiece, top half of inning number 3. And the 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses up and in, ball 2. Aspen Alexander at the plate right now. 0 for 1 so far. Struck out in the first. Was the first strikeout victim for Nico Crowley. 4 strikeouts so far for Crowley in this one tonight in the middle game of this 3-game series. 2-2. Runner goes. Wave and a miss. Strike 3. The throw to third base. And the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. So he strikes out. Alexander strikes out, but it's a 1-2-5 double play. The close out the frame. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error committed by your Medford Rogues, and nobody left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3 right after this. All tied up at 1 apiece in the Rogue Valley. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports, high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, Ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Travis Finney leads off the bottom half of inning number 3. David Field all tied up at 1 apiece between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. First pitch on the way by Grady Saunders. Going to be going right to the shortstop by Nelson. A leaping grab to rob Travis Finney. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the bottom half of inning number 3.
Now batting, designated hitter, Caden Casagrande.
So Caden Casagrande goes to work now with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom half of inning number 3. We are brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. First offering to Caden Casagrande is a fastball misses outside, ball 1. Caden Casagrande 0 for 1 so far tonight. Grounded out to the shortstop for the second out of the frame. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. Grady Saunders, the starter for Baum Northwest, the guy who will be going to Oregon State. 5 strikeouts so far. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball right down Cedar Avenue, strike 1. Caden Casagrande averaging .278 at the plate this season. The young man from Eagle, Idaho, ahead 2-1. Fastball blows right past Caden, strike 2. Caden Casagrande has had a very interesting week. Caught on Monday, pitched a little bit in that series against the Athletic Edge Express. Now tonight in the DH role. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball, strike three called on the outside corner. And Casagrande's rung up on strikes, and the Rogues faithful not happy about that zone. Dictated by home plate umpire Joel Woodley. So of two gone and nobody on in the bottom half of inning number 3. Johnny Alley goes to work now. Alley on a 13-game hitting streak goes to work. First pitch on the way. That's a strike on the inside corner, strike one. Alley also 0 for 1 so far tonight, was the second strikeout victim for Saunders. 0-1 pitch, hits it in the air, left field, tracking it down is the shortstop. The third baseman, actually the shortstop of Nelson, calls everybody off. He makes the grab for out number 3, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded as Grady Saunders able to get another strikeout, as that makes it actually 6 strikeouts so far this evening. The future Beaver of Oregon State still has the Rogues offense perplexed. We go to the 4th right after this, still tied up at 1 apiece between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports, high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Reese Johnson leads off the top half, inning number 4 for Baum Northwest. It's all tied up at 1 apiece between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff man, Johnson, at 1-0 pitch in the air, skied into left field. Josiah Palomino runs up towards it, and he's able to make the grab for out number 1. So Reese Johnson flies out for the first out of the frame. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Baum Northwest of Johnson, followed by Karras and at Majoran. So Anthony Karras goes to work now, 1 out, and the base is empty in the top half of inning number 4. If you're just now joining us on the Rogue Streaming Network, it was actually the Rogues able to strike first in the bottom half inning number 2 on an RBI single off the bat of Mark Fedro. And then Baum Northwest able to answer back with an RBI double. First pitch on the way, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1, courtesy of Sawyer Nelson. So all leveled up at 1 apiece. Infield playing deep for your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. All tied up at 1 apiece. Strike 1 pitch, misses inside, ball 1. And the pitch home. Hit in the air, center field, going to his left is Alley. Alley will run up towards it. He'll make the grab for out number 2. So back-to-back flyouts off the bat of Johnson and Karras. 2 up and 2 down in the top half inning number 4. As the left fielder of Nathan Manjoran will go to work now for his second at-bat on this evening. All tied up at 1 in the top half inning number 4. You think about this right now. Similar line scores for Nico Crowley and the starter Grady Saunders. Handful of strikeouts, 5 strikeouts to be exact for Nico Crowley. First pitch fastball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Matthew Majoran. Majoran 0 for 1 so far tonight. Ahead 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch, curveball misses inside, ball 2. Majoran struck out to lead off the top half of inning number 2. All tied up at 1 apiece. in this close one in the Rogue Valley. 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball knuckled in the air. Tracking it now is Travis Finney. Leaping grab, able to make the grab for out number 3. And everybody in the Rogues defense showing off their leaping ability tonight at Harry and David Field. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. It's another scoreless frame for Nico Crowley. We go to the bottom half, inning number 4 right after this. Due up, it's Covarrubias, Ortiz, and Marion, middle of the order. Can the Rogues get themselves back in the lead? We shall see. More from the Rogue Valley right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Leveled up at 1 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 4 between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues, as it is the middle of the order. 2 up for your Medford Rogues, Orlando Covarrubias, Chris Ortiz, and Jordan Marion. But the star of the show so far has been the future Beaver of Oregon State, Grady Saunders. Grady Saunders able to have 6 strikeouts so far in 3 innings of work, as he'll be ready to face Orlando Covarrubias, the lone batter, that actually second batter to get a hit off of Grady Saunders as he's getting his warm-up tosses in right now. It's a new pitcher coming in. So Saunders' night is complete as Alex Lopez will take over the ball from Grady Saunders. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Rogues.
Orlando Covarrubias will lead off the bottom half of inning number 4. 1 for 1 so far. The left-handed batter, Covarrubias, will go to work now for his second at-bat. 1 for 1 so far tonight. First offering home, fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. Final line score for Grady Saunders, 3 innings pitched. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, did not walk anybody, and 6 strikeouts. 1 ball, no strikes from Lopez. Strike that finds the outer third. 1 ball and 1 strike. Covarrubias able to have a leadoff knock to begin the bottom half of inning number 2. Also able to steal second base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider finds the outside third, strike 2. And now the reliever of Alex Lopez, the guy who will be graduating high school next year in 2026. Currently going to Sherwood High School. Had 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 tapped out of play as Covarrubias spoils it foul. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 4. It's been a very interesting ball game. If you're just now joining us on the Rogue Streaming Network, it was the Rogues that struck first in the bottom half of inning number 2, courtesy of Orlando Covarrubias to get the first base runner aboard. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Covarrubias spoils it foul down that left field line. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Covarrubias able to get aboard of a base hit, able to steal second base. Then Mark Fedro came in and was able to get an RBI single. 1-2 pitch, chopper to the right side. Charging in is Vega. Vega underhanded over to the first baseman of Johnson. And that is the first out of the inning. 4-3 on the ground out. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom half of inning number 4. Chris Ortiz goes to work now. Ortiz 0 for 1 so far tonight. Great conversation with him yesterday in the Rogues player spotlight. It's a right-handed batter trying to get aboard for the first time on this Saturday evening. Wind blowing softly in the ballpark once again, all tied up at 1 between Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening. First offering home from Lopez, wave and a miss, strike 1. Chris Ortiz averaging .227 at the plate this season. Ortiz trying to get aboard for his first time on this Saturday evening. Strike 1 pitch comes home from the reliever of Alex Lopez. Slider misses low and in, ball 1. Ones are wild in the bottom half of inning number 4. 1-1 pitch, ground ball left side. Who takes it on one hop is the third baseman of Alexander. The throw over to first is accurate for out number 2. So 5-3 on the ground out. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 4. As Jordan Marion goes to work now, the base is empty and 2 outs in the bottom half of it. Inning number 4, the future Gaucho of UCSB made it all the way to third base, was left stranded. Right-handed batter ready to go to work now. The switch hitter goes to work now. Will face Lopez as a right-handed batter. First offering on the way. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Great conversation of Jordan Marion today before the game during batting practice. Strike 1 pitch home. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Talking about his family, experiencing the Rogue Valley for the first time, able to attend a couple of Rogues games. Currently joining his family listening right now in Monterey, 1-1. Off-speed pitch misses outside, ball 2. And right now it's been the movie watching party of Kyle Cox, Ryan Severance, and Jordan Marion watching different movies after the games. 2-1 pitch. He hits it well in the air, left field, going back is Moronin, and he's going to look up, and that ball is going to be foul. Oh, my word. That ball was fair. I think everybody in that Rogues dugout would be ecstatic. All tied up at 1 apiece. Bottom half of inning number 4. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now for Jordan Marion. We've seen that. We were talking about this during batting practice, actually. The conditions are right for a home run. Last couple of nights, we've seen home runs go over the right field wall. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Misses down and out, ball 3, and the count fills up 3-2. But as the weekend has gone on this season, we've seen home runs leave from the left field wall. 3-2 from Lopez. Ground ball slaps it to the third baseman of Alexander. Alexander will throw it over to first, and the throw will be in time. Alexander having fun at third base. 5-3 on the ground out to close out the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded as Alex Lopez has a 1-2-3 inning. Quick one so far in the Rogue Valley, all tied up at 1 between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. On to the 5th we go in the Rogue Valley. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports, high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator
or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Justin Fuller leads off the top half of inning first pitch swinging. That's going to be a line drive into center field. And the center fielder of Justin Fuller able to get aboard with a leadoff knock to begin the top half of inning number 5. As it is, the 6, 7, 8 batters due up a Fuller, followed by Linton and Swallam. All tied up at one apiece in the top half of inning number 5. As Jace Linton will go to work now with a base runner at first base. No outs, top half of inning number 5. Nico Crowley begins his 5th inning of work. 5 strikeouts so far tonight in a Medford Rogues uniform. Crowley having some fun so far. The throw over to first base, chase back the runner of Fuller. Fuller able to slide back in time to the bag. Still waiting the first pitch. All tied up at 1 apiece between the Baum Northwest and your Medford Rogues. Runner goes, first offer at home, the fastball upstairs, the throw over to second base, and the tag is not going to be implied in time by the second baseman of Finney, and Fuller is able to swipe second base. That eliminates the double play ball. All with no outs in the top half of inning number 5. Baum Northwest a little bit more aggressive on the base pass than they were last night in game 1 of that 3-game series. 1 ball and no strikes right now for Nico Crowley as he finds himself behind. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Scores for a bunt, gets the pop up, and it actually hits the fence and almost goes into the stands right behind home plate. Strike 1. Jace Linton 0 for 1 so far tonight. Struck out in the second. Rogues right now trying to get off the field. Infield was kind of closed in now with the first baseman of Mark Fedro, and as well, actually, they're going to close in right now. 1-1 pitch, gets a bunt. That's going to try to track it down as Nico Crowley trying to make the grab. Does not. It's going to be the throw over to second base, and the tag will not be implied. So Jace Linton, I should say, gets aboard with a bloop bunt single. So a base hit off the bat of Fuller and a bunt single off the bat of Linton. That brings up Ethan Swallam. Ethan Swallam goes to work now. 2 on and no outs in the top half of inning number 5. You think about this right now. The Rogues trying not to give up any more runs from Baum Northwest. Zach Vega waits on deck for Baum Northwest. First offering on the way. Scores for a bunt. That is going to be right down the boulevard. Strike 1. And we talked about this a little bit earlier. The coaching staff for Baum Northwest was working on the small ball game during batting practice before the game. Infield, actually the first baseman of Mark Fedro on the grass at first base. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch scores for another bunt. Comebacker right to Nico Crowley. Throws, mishandles it, the throw over to first, and the throw will be in time for out number 1. So that moves the runners of Fuller and Linton over to second and third now. So it'll be 1-3 on the ground out. So right now, Zach Vega goes to work now, right-handed batter, able to work a walk in the 3rd inning. 2 on, 1 out, top half of inning number 5. Baum Northwest threatening to strike on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Crowley ready, and the first offering home. Fastball grounded to the right side in the infield. That's going to escape into right field. 1 runs in, rounding third, racing towards home is Linton, and the tag at the plate will not be in time. 2-run RBI single off the bat of Zach Vega. And Baum Northwest takes the lead away in the top half of inning number 5. 3-1, Baum Northwest out in front.
Now batting shortstop, Sawyer Nelson.
So Vega gets aboard with an RBI single. Sawyer Nelson goes to work now for his 3rd at-bat. 1 for 2 so far tonight. 3-1, Baum Northwest out in front. Think about this right now. The Rogues trying to get off the field. 3 runs, 4 hits. First offering home as he fouls it off down that first base side. Strike 1. Rogues can still get out of this inning with a double play. You know that the middle infielders, Vertigliano and Finney, are probably thinking that right now. We did see a 2-5 double play to be exact. Strike 1 pitch, misses outside, ball 1. One's wild in the top half of it, inning number 5. The throw over to first base, chase back the runner of Zach Vega. Zach Vega able to get back to the bag, sliding. One ball, one strike, and the pitch. Curveball misses outside, ball 2. You think about this. RBI double off the bat at Sawyer Nelson, able to put the first run on the board for Baum Northwest, trying to extend the lead right now. 3-1, Baum Northwest out in front. Middle game of this 3-game series. 2-1 pitch. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 2. So right now you're thinking about this Rogue squad defensively. First time tonight, Nico Crowley and company has experienced this much adversity. 2-2. Off speed, misses outside, ball 3, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 5. Sawyer Nelson 1 for 2 so far. RBI double in the third, was thrown out at third base. Walked in the first, able to have a stolen base this evening, but was left stranded at second. 3-2 pitch, runner goes, popped up in the air, infield, tracking it down is Mark Fedro. Retreating back is Vega. Mark Fedro will make the grab for out number 2. So 2 outs and a runner over at first base, the top half of inning number 5. Aspen Alexander goes to work now.
Now batting third baseman Aspen Alexander.
Aspen Alexander 0 for 2 so far tonight. A pair of strikeouts in the first and the third. Mark Fedro holding the runner of Zach Vega over at first base. 3-1 Baum Northwest out in front, top half of inning number 5. You think about this right now, this Rogue squad just trying to get off the field. His first pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Crowley waits, and the 1-0. Curveball, the throw over to first base. Try to get the runner of Vega out, but the tag is applied late. Ball 2. 3-1 Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Middle game of this 3-game series. Nico Crowley trying to get out of this jam with Zach Vega over at first base. 2-0 pitch, fastball misses downstairs, ball 3. You think about this right now, this is probably the first inning Nico Crowley and company has faced this much adversity. They faced a little bit of adversity in the third, but more than one run has come across the plate. 3-0 pitch is a strike on the upper third, strike 1. Three balls and a strike. Crowley ready. And the 3-1. Fastball in the air. Down that first base side, strike 2. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 5. 2-run RBI single off the bat of Zach Vega. Makes it a 2-run lead for Baum Northwest. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Runner goes. Fastball in the air, right field. Going back is Covarrubias. Covarrubias is going to sail over his head, going towards third, rounding third, speeding towards home is Vega. And Vega's going to score standing up. RBI double of 2 outs in the top half of inning number 5 for Aspen Alexander. 3 runs have come across the plate so far in this inning. This is probably one of the most productive innings we've seen so far from Baum Northwest this weekend.
Now batting first baseman, Reese Johnson.
Reese Johnson goes to work now with 2 outs and 1 on in the top half of inning number 5. You think about this right now. How do you get out of this inning? You have 2 outs right now. 4-1, Baum Northwest leading. It's a 3-run lead for Baum Northwest. First offering home, fastball, laser into right field, bouncing into right field, rounding third, speeding towards home is Alexander, and the relay throw is not going to get there. And it's another RBI single for Baum Northwest, this time by Reese Johnson. He gets his first hit of the evening. So it's a 4-run frame in this inning. And now head coach Kevin Olmstead has a slow walk to the hill to talk with the starter of Nico Crowley. There is somebody warming up in that bullpen right now for your Medford Rogues. So right now you think about this in the top half of inning number 5. Medford trailing by 4, 5-1 against the Baum Northwest. It's been a 4-run frame so far. 4 runs on 5 hits. And that conversation concludes, and we go back to work once again in the top half of inning number 5. Nico Crowley trying to get out of this jam and also trying to get back to the dugout to close out the frame. So Anthony Karras goes to work now. 0 for 2 so far tonight. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Middle game of this 3-game series. First offering home from Crowley. Curveball finds the outside corner, strike 1. A productive inning so far for Baum Northwest. No balls, 1 strike. Crowley ready. And the 0-1. Off speed, lined into center field, base hit. As Karras gets aboard with a single, putting runners at first and second now. As the inning continues now in the top half inning number 5. As Matthew Mandrora goes to work now for his 3rd appearance of the evening. All of 2 outs. Baum Northwest striking while the iron's hot. 5 runs have come across the plate so far in this inning. Four runs on 6 hits so far in this frame. First offering home of runners at first and second, 2 outs. First pitch on the way. Off speed, wave and a miss, strike 1. Manjoran 0 for 2 so far, had a fly out in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd. And Baum Northwest trying to strike while the iron's hot. You heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead talk about not giving freebies away. 4 runs have come across the plate so far in this frame. No balls, 1 strike. Crowley ready, and the strike 1 pitch home. Fastball misses, down and out, ball 1. Four runs on 6 hits so far in this inning. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front, top half of inning number 5. Crowley checks on the runner of Johnson at second base. 1-1 pitch downstairs. Ortiz has to track that one down. Ball 2. And you think about how this inning started. Base hit off the, actually it was a hit off the bat of Justin Fleur and a bunt single off the bat of Chase Linton that Crowley mishandled. Swallam had a 1-3 ground out, 2-1 pitch. Curveball finds the inside corner, strike 2. And now deuces are wild in the top half of inning number 5. RBI single off the bat of Zach Vega. RBI double off the bat of Aspen Alexander. RBI single off the bat of Reese Johnson. Has made it a 4-run lead for Baum Northwest. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Looping curveball misses inside ball 3. The count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Rogues have not loaded the bases yet in this series. Nico Crowley trying to prevent that. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front, runners at first and second. Pitch, wave and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. But it's a big inning for Baum Northwest. 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 2 left stranded, I should say, with Reese Johnson over at second base and Anthony Karras at first base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 5 right after this. Medford trailing by 4. How do they respond? As they will have the bottom of the order duo of Josiah Palomino, Mark Fedro, and Frankie Retigliano. More from Harry and David Field right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents. Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Baum Northwest 5, Medford 1 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5 at Harry and David Field. Ryan Welch back with you on the Rogues Streaming Network as it is the bottom half of the order due up for your Medford Rogues of Josiah Palomino, followed by Mark Fedro and Frankie Ritigliano. First pitch on the way will be a bunt down that first base side, and it will trail foul, strike one. Josiah Palomino 0 for 1 so far tonight, struck out in the second. As a reliever, Alex Lopez able to begin his second inning of work, able to send the Rogues in order 1, 2, 3 in the fourth. Josiah Palomino trying to get aboard for the first time this evening. First time we've seen Josiah Palomino in this series. Strike one, pitch home. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike two. And when you think of Josiah Palomino as he is behind no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 5, you think about him loving house music. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses down and out. The catcher of Swallow will try to get a check swing. First base umpire Tim Barrett says he did not go. Ball one. But Josiah Palomino loves his house music. He was telling me he wants to change up the music during batting practice. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lopez ready. And the 1-2 fires home. And that is outside ball 2. Count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 5. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error so far for your Medford Rogues. Rogues trying to get more than 1 run across the plate this evening. 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and in, ball 3. And the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 5. Three and 2. Fastball in the air. That is going to trail foul out of play on that first base side. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Josiah Palomino this season averaging .241 at the dish in this 2025 campaign for your Medford Rogues. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front, and the 3-2 pitch from Lopez. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. And Josiah Palomino goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the first baseman, Mark Fedro.
Mark Fedro goes to work now with 1 out, and the base is empty in the bottom half of inning number 5. Mark Fedro with an RBI single in his first at-bat back in the second frame. First offering home from Lopez. Curveball misses outside of ball 1. Mark Fedro, the Vulcan from Hawaii Hilo out of the Pac West, the right-handed batter, playing at first base this week. First on that 1-0 pitch. Misses. Actually, they're going to say it would be a strike on the inside third. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike for Mark Fedro in the bottom half of inning number 5. Ones are wild. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside ball 2. Mark Fedro, guy that currently goes to Hawaii Hilo, usually occupies third base. Ones are wild in the bottom of 5. 1-1 fastball, laser into left field, tracking it down to Madruin, and Madruin's able to make the grab for out number 2. As he had a little bit of trouble reading off the bat, but Madruin's able to recover to make the grab for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 5 as Frankie Ritigliano goes to work now. With the bases empty in the bottom half of inning number 5 after 4 runs scored from Baum Northwest in the top half of this inning. Medford right now trying to find a response, but they've been going in reverse offensively. First offering home from Frankie. That's going to be a laser picked up by the third baseman. Alexander spins around the throw over to first base, and the first baseman Johnson cannot track that one down. And Frankie Ritigliano able to work a single, and that will be officially an error. They're going to say that is going to be a hit officially as Frankie Ritigliano continues the frame in the bottom half of inning number 5. All with 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 5. We go back to the top of the order of Travis Finney. Travis Finney, 1 hit so far in this series. Currently tonight, 0 for 2 so far. Ritigliano over at first base. We talked about this earlier this week. Hitting is contagious. 2-out knock off the bat of Frankie Rutigliano. Travis Finney trying to do the same now. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses inside ball one. Had a very good conversation with Travis Finney today talking about the College World Series. He was watching the UCLA Murray State game. 1 ball and no strikes in the bottom half, inning number 5. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. 1-0 pitch. Misses inside of ball two. He's talking about watching the Racers of Murray State play today against UCLA. Finney ahead 2 balls and no strikes in the bottom of 5. Runner goes. 2-0 pitch. Fastball. The throw over to second base by Swallam is not going to be in time. And Frankie Rutigliano is able to swipe second base, putting the Rogues only 180 feet away from scoring. That is going to be a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike in the bottom half of inning number 5. Finney ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom half of inning number 5. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. Lopez checks on the runner. Rutigliano at second base. Checks him again. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball, and it hits Travis Finney. So Travis Finney's going to take his base of honor. Still with 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 5. Medford has base runners at first and second. All of 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 5. That's going to bring in a conference on the hill. Is the skipper for Baum Northwest, Nick Labish, will have a conversation with his whole infield. This pause in the game is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza, from pizza to wings and even calzones. Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. Brian Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network on this blustery Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley after 4 runs were scored in the top half of inning number 5 by Baum Northwest. Medford has runners at first and second. Travis Finney at first base. Frankie Rutigliano at second base. Caden Casagrande goes to work now. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Gets his first at-bat against the reliever of Alex Lopez. Starter for Baum Northwest, Grady Saunders, the future Beaver of Oregon State, able to have 6 strikeouts. So with runners at first and second, 2 outs, bottom half of inning number 5. First offering home from Lopez, a throw over to first base instead to try to get Rutigliano out. Rutigliano able to get back to the bag safely, sliding to second base. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. First offer to Caden Casagrande, laser foul out of play down that third base side, strike 1. Two on, 2 outs, bottom of 5. Finney at first base. He's there because of a 2-out walk. Frankie Rutigliano able to get a 2-out single. Runners at first and second, bottom half of inning number 5. No balls, 1 strike. Lopez looks, and the pitch. 0-1. Slider finds the inside, third, strike 2, and the reliever of Alex Lopez is in charge of the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Caden Casagrande talking with home plate umpire Joe Woodley, saying that really is strike, so you're going to call it that inside. Caden behind, no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 5. 2 on, 2 outs. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. 0-2 pitch, fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. As it is, Frankie Rutigliano at second base and Travis Finney at first base. Baum Northwest still out in front by 4, 5-1 against your Medford Rogues. We go to the top half of inning number 6 right after this. More from Harry and David Field of Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
New pitcher for your Medford Rogues as we begin the top half of inning number 6, as it is Caleb Randolph in relief of Nico Crowley. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment, as Nico Crowley will go back, was in the dugout right now. 5 innings pitched, able to strike out 6 batters, but he gave up 7 hits and 5 runs, as Caleb Randolph right now will be facing a new batter, actually, of Atticus Quist.
Your attention, please.
So it will be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up, as Atticus Quist will lead off the frame, replacing Justin Fuller.
Atticus Quist.
So Quist gets his first at-bat of the evening. 4 runs in the top half of inning number 5. It has been the answer so far for the Baum Northwest, as it is 6, 7, 8 due up a Quist, followed by Linton and a Swallam. Caleb Randolph on the hill right now, earned run average of 6.43 on this 2025 campaign. Top half of inning number 6 on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Quist squares for a bunt. Fastball misses outside. Ball 1.
Now officially your K batter. Beer.
1-0 pitch. Fastball misses outside. Ball 2. Atticus Quist came into the game last night for an at-bat. RBI single in the top half of inning number 9, driving the 3rd run of the evening for the Baum Northwest. Baum Northwest right now leading by 4, 5-1 against your Medford Rogues. Caleb Randolph trying to get this first out of the inning. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball grounded to the first baseman of Federal, but it will go out of play. Foul down that first base side, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike in the top half of inning number 6. A 4-run frame in the top half of inning number 5 has been the answer so far for the Baum Northwest after scoring once in the 3rd. Quist currently attending Glacier Peak High School. Left-handed batter ahead, 2 balls and a strike. The top half of inning number 6. 2-1 from Randolph. Off-speed curveball misses up and out. Ball 3. Jace Linton waits on deck for the Baum Northwest. Baum Northwest much more aggressive in these at-bats and also on the base paths when they get aboard. 3 balls and a strike. Randolph ready, and the 3-1. Fastball wave and a miss, strike 2. And the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes to begin the top half of inning number 6. Caleb Randolph trying to get his first strikeout in a Medford Rogues uniform this evening. Three and 2. Fastball, grounded foul, down that first base side, so we'll do it again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb ready, and the 3-2. Fastball grounded the right side of the infield. Going to his right is Finney. The throw over to first in time to Mark Fedro for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning as Jace Linton goes to work now. Linton for his 3rd trip through the order. 1 for 2 so far tonight. 1 out and the base is empty in the top half of inning number 6. 5-1. Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. Middle game of this 3-game series between Harry and David Field. Caleb Randolph, a guy that is hungry to get that second out. Caleb Randolph grew up just down the road in Central Point. First pitch on the way, fastball, actually curveball I should say. That misses inside the ball. Actually going to say that was a strike rather. No balls and 1 strike. Caleb Randolph ready. And the strike 1 pitch home. Line drive into left field. That's going to drop down for a hit. And Jace Linton gets aboard for his 2nd hit of the evening. He's 2 for 3 so far tonight, so he gets aboard with a 1-out knock in the top half of inning number 6. With 1 on and 1 out in the top half of inning number 6, Ethan Swallam goes to work now, hitless on the evening. Pair of ground outs in the 3rd and the 5th. Top half of inning number 6, 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front. Caleb Randolph trying to cool the hot bats on Baum Northwest in this inning. Rogues right now thinking of double play death right now with the infielders Retigliano and Finney right waiting for a double play. First pitch on the way, fastball misses outside, ball 1. The top half of inning number 6. (5-1) Baum Northwest out in front. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball right down the boulevard, strike 1. Count goes even, 1-1 in the top half of inning number 6. Linton at first base. Swalm, who grounded out to second base in the 3rd, grounded out with a comebacker to the pitcher of Nico Crowley, who started the game. 1's a wild in the top of 6, and the pitch squares for a bunt upstairs. A throw over to second base by Chris Ortiz, and the tag will be applied late by Travis Finney, so Linton's able to swipe second base. That eliminates the double play ball. And Baum Northwest is only 180 feet away from scoring in the top half of inning number 6. And you think about this right now. 2nd straight inning, we've seen the Baum Northwest be able to be aggressive on the bases and swipe a bag. Right now, the wind starting to, with the sun about to set, I should say. Wind still blowing pretty strongly. 2-1 pitch, fastball misses high and tight, ball 3. You think about right now, this Rogue squad defensively in back-to-back innings just struggling to get that, just getting the outs so far tonight. Seven hits given up by the Rogues in 2 innings. 3-1 pitch. Yeah, that's a strike right down the boulevard, strike 2. As Swallam thought that was ball 4, but the home plate umpire, Joe Woodley, who has a very delayed reaction when calling balls and strikes tonight. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb Randolph checks on the runner of Linton at second base, and the 3-2 home. Fastball, spoiled fouls. It's fouled off behind the plate. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 6. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. And you think about this, Medford right now just trying to get that second out. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Rogues. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. Caleb Randolph gets his first strikeout this evening. 2 gone and 1 on in the top half of inning number 6.
Second baseman Zach Vega.
So Zach Vega goes to work now. One on and 2 outs in the top half of inning number 6. Zach Vega 1 for 1 so far with the walk on the Saturday evening. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. First offering home from Caleb Randolph as he glances over at second base to Linton. Comes back and the first pitch home. Curveball is going to find the inside corner, strike 1, and there's that delayed reaction once again from home plate umpire Joe Woodley. Adds the effect to it. Adds the surprise effect. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch home from Randolph. Fastball fouled off to the screen, strike 2. And Zach Vega So behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And this is a rare one for Caleb Randolph right now in this inning. In charge the count 0-2. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. Top half of inning number 6. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. Chase Litton over at second base. Randolph ready. And the 0-2 home. Wave and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Caleb Randolph. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and it's 1 left as it is Jace Litton over at second base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6 right after this. Due up for your Rogues, Johnny Alley, Orlando Covarrubias, and Chris Ortiz. Can the Rogues get out of this 4-run? Can they get out of this 4-run? Can they get back into the lead as they trail 5-1 against Baum Northwest? More from Harry and David Field right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator
or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Baum Northwest 5, Medford 1 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 6 at Harry and David Field. New pitcher coming in for the Baum Northwest as it is Shane Haddad Jr. in relief of Alex Lopez. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. As Johnny Alley will lead off the frame, followed by Orlando Covarrubias and Chris Ortiz. Medford in a 4-run hole, trailing 5-1 against Baum Northwest. And the guy with a 13-game hitting streak, I should say, Johnny Alley, leads off the frame. Johnny Alley so far tonight, 0 for 2 so far. Left-handed batter will battle the righty of Shane Haddad Jr. Third pitcher used so far by the Baum Northwest. First offering home from Haddad Jr. Fastball finds the outside third, strike 1. Johnny Alley, who struck out in the first inning, had a fly out in the third. Got a 13-game hitting streak, trying to get his get a hit in his 14th game in a row. 0-1. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Johnny right now leading the team in batting average with a batting average of 417, I should say. But Johnny Alley today, I was talking with him. I said, "You talk about?" Well, I kind of think about it with the batting average and also with the hitting streak. 1-1. Fastball finds the outer third, strike 2. Johnny Alley behind 1 ball and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 6. Orlando Covarrubias waits on deck for your Rogues. Shane Haddad Jr. ready, and the 1-2. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. Johnny Alley currently uncommitted for a school. Hopefully he'll be able to find a new home at the end of the summer season. Swinging the bat pretty well and also been able to patrol the outfields pretty well so far. 2-2. Looping curveball misses outside, ball 3. And the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 6. Wind's been a factor this whole entire evening. Instead of a warm wind before the game, 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside of ball 4. And Johnny Alley's able to work a leadoff walk in the bottom half of inning number 6.
Now batting, the right fielder from Sacramento State University, Orlando Covarrubias.
Orlando Covarrubias goes to work now. 1 for 2 so far tonight. It's 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front, bottom half of inning number 6. Rogues right now just trying to get base runners on. Since the previous inning of the 5th, first offering home from Haddad Jr. Off speed, misses down and out, ball 1. The Rogues had 2 base runners on, but they're left stranded of Tigliano and Travis Finney. Last time the Rogues had base runners aboard was back in the 2nd inning, 1-0. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 2. Johnson holding the runner of Frankie Tigliano over at first base. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front. As Swalm will have a conversation with Shane Haddad Jr. And this pause in the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza, from pizza to wings and even calzones. Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Wind blowing 10 to 15 miles per hour into the ballpark once again at Harry and David Field. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front, and the 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses down in, ball 3. Orlando Covarrubias trying to work a walk. As that is the 3rd walk given up by this pitching staff so far for Baum Northwest tonight. 3 balls, no strikes. Haddad Jr. waits, and the 3-0 pitch. Fastball dots the outer third, strike 1. Orlando Covarrubias right now with that base hit, the lead off the bottom half of inning number 2. Did ground out the second base in the 4th inning. Still ahead 3-1. Fastball fouls it off down that third base side, strike 2. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 6. I think it's time to get the sweatshirt on during the commercial break. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball up the middle, picked up by the shortstop of Nelson. Tosses it over the second baseman of Vega. The throw over to first, and it's in time. 6-4-3 double play. Twin killing for the Baum Northwest. And that's quickly 2 gone in the bottom half of inning number 6. And this offense for the Rogues going in reverse. Chris Ortiz goes to work now with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom half of inning number 6. Baum Northwest came to play tonight. Chris Ortiz goes to work now, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Infield playing deep for the Baum Northwest in the bottom half of it, inning number 6. Wind blowing strongly into the ballpark. Lights turned on. First pitch on the way is going to miss inside to ball 1. Chris Ortiz behind the dish catching tonight. Also has played in the DH role as well this season. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch home from Haddad Jr. 1-0. Fastball misses. They're going to say that would be a strike, actually. It's been a very interesting zone to watch. That has been dictated by home plate umpire Joe Woodley tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases empty, bottom half of inning number 6. 1 ball and 1 strike. Off-speed curveball misses inside ball 2. That was called a strike earlier. Yes, the wind's just been the overall factor tonight, as every night if you've been joining us all season long on the Rogue Streaming Network. We've been talking about the wind. 2-1. Fastball fouls it off. Strike 2, and now deuces are wild in the bottom half of inning number 6. Base is empty. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. Rogues right now just saying, hey, we got to find ways to get runners on and try to get runners across the plate. You got to get runners on first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Looping curveball misses inside of ball 3. The count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 6. Three and 2. Fastball fouled off as Chris Ortiz spoils it a foul down that first base side. Count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Infield playing deep for the Baum Northwest. 3-2 pitch. Hits in the air, left center field. Going back is Fuller. Fuller at the track. That ball's off the wall. And Chris Ortiz. They're going to say that's actually, they got the ball actually. Close right by the wall. And Ortiz flies out the close out the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded. We have played 6 in the Rogue Valley. It's Baum Northwest still out in front by 4, 5-1 against your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
Parents,
community members.
anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball!
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Top half inning number 7 at Harry and David Field, as it is your Medford Rogues trailing by 4, 5-1 against the Baum Northwest. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. As Caleb Randolph's getting his warm-up tosses in. 2 strikeouts so far for Caleb Randolph. We are brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. As Caleb Randolph will be facing the 1, 2, and 3 batters, Sawyer Nelson, followed by Aspen Alexander and Reese Johnson. Top half of inning number 7, Baum Northwest able to have a big 4-run inning. The top half of inning number 5, since then scoreless. First offering home from Caleb Randolph. Off-speed pitch that misses up and out, ball 1. Let's give you some of the scores from across the Pacific Empire League. West Coast Kings taking on the Reading Colt 45s at Tiger Field. In Reading, we don't have a score for that. Humboldt Crabs in Game 2 of a 3-game series against our good friends, the Athletic Edge Express. 1-0 pitch, off-speed misses inside, ball 2. As it's kind of a high-scoring one at the Arcata Ballpark. Crabs 11 at Express 9. Currently right now, it's the Healdsburg Prune Packers out in front, 18-0 against Stockton Pearls. Pearls will be making the trek to the Rogue Valley in the next couple of weeks. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front, top half inning number 7. 2 balls, no strikes. Randolph delivers a 2-0. Fastball fouled off down that third base side, strike 1. Lincoln Potter's out in front, 5-2 against the Cal State Patrollers. And we do have some standings in the Pacific Empire League right now, as there's only been 1 game that's been played in league play this season. 2-1 pitch, looping curveball. Misses upstairs, ball 3, as that was a walk-off win courtesy of Healdsburg. Healdsburg top the league right now, not for long, as they're 1-0 in Pacific Empire League play. The rest of the league, 3-1 pitch, fouled off to the screen. The count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Solano is 0-1 on the season in Pacific Empire League play. So the rest of the teams in the PEL will get league going in the next couple of weeks. Medford welcoming the Solano Mudcats for a 4-game series to be exact. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3-2 pitch. Slow roller to the shortstop. Retigliano takes it to throw over to first in time for out number 1. 6-3 on the ground out for the first out of the frame. 1 out and the base is empty in the top half of inning number 7. As Aspen Alexander goes to work now for his 4th at-bat of the evening. 1 for 3 so far tonight. Rogues right now defensively trying to slow down the hot bats of Baum Northwest. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors on this Saturday evening. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for your Medford Rogues. First offered home for Randolph. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. That 4-game series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Medford. Be a doubleheader Sunday. We'll get going at 3:35 at Harry and David Field. 1 ball, no strikes, and the offering home. Fastball dots the outer, third strike one. One's a wild in the top half, inning number 7. I'm excited to see what the Rogues can do in Pacific Empire League play. And for my first season, being able to cover a pennant. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch home from Randolph. Wave and a miss, strike 2. Good off speed there with the slider. And Caleb Randolph finds himself ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 7. One ball, 2 strikes. Caleb ready. And the pitch. Wave and a miss, strike 3. A beautiful strikeout for Caleb Randolph, able to pull the string on Aspen Alexander. 2 outs and nobody on in the top half, inning number 7, as it is a new hitter coming in.
Brody Meyer.
As it is Brody Meyer ready to go to work now. Brody Meyer, who goes to Canyon View High School. Replacing Reese Johnson. 2 outs, nobody on. Top half of inning number 7. First pitch on the way. Curveball misses upstairs, ball 1. But I'm excited to see what this Rogues team can do in Pacific Empire League play. 4-game series against the Solano Mudcats to open up league play. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball will be up on the upper third, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now in the top half, inning number 7. Base is empty, 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball misses down and out, ball 2. But you think about it, year 2 in the Pacific Empire League, you know the favorite's going to be Healdsburg, but the question is who can be in second place. 2 balls and a strike. Randolph behind the pitch. Fastball, line drive over the head of the second baseman, Finney. That's going to go into the gap in right center. And Brody Meyer gets aboard of a 2-out knock off the bench to continue the top half, inning number 7. So next week, the Rogues will have a 3-game series against the South Bay Storm out of the BACL. Then a 4-game series against the Solano Mudcats. That's going to be a very fun series to watch what the Mudcats will bring to town at Harry and David Field. Don't forget that will be a doubleheader on Sunday. First offering home from Caleb Randolph. Fastball right down the boulevard, strike 1. All of 2 outs in the top half, inning number 7. Randolph's done a really good job in quieting the bats of the Baum Northwest. Right now, this is a squad that wants to keep the pedal to the metal, but Caleb Randolph providing that as that strike 1 pitch. A wave and a miss, strike 2. Good fastball elevated to make Anthony Karras chase at it. Karras 1 for 3 so far. Base hit in that big 5th inning for Baum Northwest. Fly out and a ground out in the 4th and the 1st inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Randolph ready, and the 0-2. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. And you think about this right now, Medford in the 2nd year in the Pacific Empire League knows what to expect. You know that Lincoln's going to be good. You know that Solano's going to be good. You know that Healdsburg's going to be good. Also Humboldt, 1-2 pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left as it is the pinch hitter of Brody Meyer over at first base. 2 strikeouts for Caleb Randolph as we go to the bottom half, inning number 7, due up for the Rogues as it is Jordan Marion, Josiah Palomino, and Mark Fedrill as it is time to stretch at Harry and David Field on this windy and chilly evening in the Rogue Valley. Baum Northwest 5, Medford 1, Medford Rogues Baseball. Sing along, folks. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Jordan Marion leads off the bottom half of inning number 7. First pitch on the way. Ground ball to the right side. Tracking it down is the first baseman of Johnson. The throw over to first base could get it over to Hadar. And Marion's out for the first out of the frame. 3-1 on the ground out. All of one out in the bottom half of inning number 7. As it is, Aiden Horsley going to go to work now, replacing Josiah Palomino.
The right fielder from Medford and Lower Columbia Community College, number 24, Aiden Horsley.
And Horsley will take over the reins from Josiah Palomino. Aiden Horsley back in the lineup yesterday. First offering home, curveball. Finds the inside, a corner, strike one. Josiah Palomino's final line score tonight, 0 for 2 so far. Of a pair of strikeouts. Horsley behind, no balls and 1 strike, as Shane Haddad Jr. is ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Fastball knuckled in the air, and that is going to foul off down that first base side, strike 2. Aiden Horsley this season, averaging .308 at the plate for your Medford Rogues. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front, bottom half inning number 7 at Harry and David Field. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Hits it in the air well. Left field going back as Morona tracks it down near the track, able to make the grab for out number 2. So Aiden Horsley flies out for the second out of the frame. 2 quickly, 2 up, 2 down. Bottom half inning number 7 as Mark Fedro goes to work now. All of 2 outs and the base is empty. Mark Fedro, 1 for 2 so far, able to provide an RBI single for the lone run for your Medford Rogues, back in the bottom half of inning number 2. Shane Haddad Jr. on the hill pitching. First offering home to Mark Fedro. Curveball misses down in, ball 1. And today during batting practice, I was actually able to take part in swinging the fungo bat. No, I did not did not do it barefoot like Nathan Hunter did yesterday. 1 ball, no strikes. Curveball misses inside, ball 2. And actually, I was hitting the fungo to Mark Fedro, actually. And Mark, I told him I'm not a good fungo bat swinger, but today I was hitting it pretty well. 2 balls and no strikes. Haddad Jr. behind 2-1. A 2-0 pitch right to the third baseman of Alexander. The throw over to first base, and the throw will be in time for out number 3. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded, as it is a 1-2-3 inning for Shane Haddad Jr. We have played 7 in the Rogue Valley. We go to the 8th right after this. Baum Northwest with 5, Medford with 1. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports, high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator
or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Baum Northwest 5, Medford 1 as we go to the top half of inning number 8 at Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network as Matthew Manjurian will lead off the frame. Caleb Randolph's first pitch is a fastball right down the boulevard, strike one, as it is 5, 6, and 7 due up. Manjurian followed by Quist and Jace Linton. Right now this Rogue squad defensively slowing down the hot bats of what Baum Northwest has been able to bring so far. 4-run fifth inning. 0-1 pitch, skied in the air. Right field tracking it down is going to be will be Aiden Horsley able to make the grab for out number 1.
Now batting the K-batter, center fielder Atticus Quist.
So Atticus Quist goes to work now. 1 out, nobody on in the top half of inning number 8. So Horsley will go to right. Barrubias goes to the left. Caleb Randolph delivers the first pitch to the lefty. Ground ball, right side. Tracking it down as Travis Finney takes it on the roll to throw over to first base in time for out number 2. Quickly 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 8 with the bases empty. Jace Linton goes to work now. 5-1. Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues on this windy and chilly evening in the Rogue Valley. It's kind of reminds me of if you're at the beach, probably if you go to Pismo Beach or you go to San Simeon, you can wear the shorts, but also you have to wear the sweatshirt. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front, game 2 of this 3-game series. First offering home gets away from the catcher of Chris Ortiz, ball 1. One ball and no strikes in the top half of inning number 8. And the pitch home from Caleb Randolph. And the pitch, fastball, cued foul behind the screen to strike 1. And you think about how this team right now is playing. You know what? You have your off nights. But tomorrow's game is going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Now time's taken as home plate umpire Joel Woodley stepped out. Now Jace Linton goes back to work. 1 ball and 1 strike in the top half of inning number 8. 5-1 Baum Northwest out in front. Randolph sets and the 1-1. Curveball finds the middle third, strike 2, and Caleb Randolph finds himself ahead of 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 8. Due up for the Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 8. Tigliano, Finney, and Casagrande. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball in the air, tracking it down is going to be Travis Finney. Travis Finney saying, "I got it, gentlemen." And he's able to make the grab for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded as it's another scoreless inning for Caleb Randolph. We go to the bottom half of inning number 8 right after this. 9-1 and 2 due up for your Rogues. Retigliano, Finney, and Casagrande. Can the Rogues get themselves out of a 4-run hole? We shall see. More from the Rogue Valley right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents, community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
New pitcher for Baum Northwest as we go to the bottom half of inning number 8 at Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network as it is. Michael Ravel in relief of Shane Haddad Jr. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. As Ravel will face the 9-1-2 batters of Frankie Ritigliano, Travis Finney, and Caden Casagrande. Final line score for Shane Haddad Jr. able to go 2 innings strong. No hits, no runs. No errors, 1 walk. Did not strike out anybody, able to send the Rogues in order 1-2-3 for 2 innings in a row. As your Medford Rogues are in a 4-run deficit as they trail 5-1 against the Baum Northwest. And Frankie Ritigliano 1 for 2 so far tonight as he is getting his warm-up tosses in right now. Michael Ravel on the hill now as he is going to be a senior in 2026, currently going to school in Richland High School, Richland, Washington to be exact, as Frankie Ritigliano goes to work right now for his 3rd at-bat of the evening. And this has been a complete 180 to what the Rogues saw last night, as Baum Northwest able to clean up the walks and the hit by pitches and also able to clean up the errors. No errors so far for Baum Northwest. They committed 4 errors in last night's game, that 6-3 loss for the Baum Northwest. Now the Rogues trailing by 4, a complete 180. Can Frankie Ritigliano flip the script right now in the bottom half of inning number 8. First offered home to Frankie Ritigliano is a fastball. That is downstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes in the bottom half of inning number 8. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front. Middle game of this 3-game series. 1-0 pitch home from Ravel. Slider misses outside, ball 2. Ritigliano able to get a base hit in the 5th. Able to provide some fireworks. But getting runners across the plate has been a challenge for Medford this evening. 2-0 pitch. Misses, actually going to say a strike on the outer 3rd. 2 balls and a strike in the bottom half of inning number 8. We look at how this team played. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside ball 3. The most glaring part of this game is those 4 runs given up in the top half of inning number 5. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball popped up in the air, left side of the infield, tracking it down as the third baseman Alexander. Alexander's calling everybody off. Instead, Nelson will make the grab. The shortstop's able to make the grab for out number 1. So Ritigliano pops out to his counterpart of Nelson as we go back to the top of the order with Travis Finney.
From Yakima Valley College, Travis Finney.
Travis Finney 0 for 2 so far for walk on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Travis Finney trying to get his first hit of the evening. 1 hit so far in this series. First offering home from Ravel. Ground ball up the middle. Charging in as the shortstop of Nelson. Nelson will have to go to his left to throw to first in time for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out, 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 8. As Caden Casagrande goes to work now for his, actually my apologies, Ryan Severns goes to work now in the DH role. So Ryan Severns will replace Caden Casagrande. Caden Casagrande 0 for 3 tonight. The UCSB commit Ryan Severns goes to work down. Base is empty, 2 outs, bottom half of inning number 8. You think about how this team's been playing so far, you got to find some offensive sparks. And a guy who had his first home run a couple days ago, first pitch on the way, fastball downstairs on a Little League home run. Ryan Severns goes to work now with 2 outs and nobody occupying the bases the bottom half of inning number 8. 1-0. Fastball gets away from almost the catcher of Swallam has to go to his right to make the grab to track it down. Ball 2. You can definitely tell that these players on this Baum Northwest team are going to be very special when they head to college. These young men are currently in high school. Just think about all the potential they're going to have when they play in college. 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 3. Final game of the series will be tomorrow night at 6:35. Pregame show at 6:20 on the Rogue Streaming Network. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch home from Ravel. Fastball. Check swing, and the first base umpire, Tim Barrett, says he did go around on it. Strike 2. Deuces are wild now in the bottom half of inning number 8. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. 2-2. Fastball tapped in the air, foul down that first base side. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Rogues offense has been non-existent. 6 runs yesterday, but tonight, only 3 hits, 1 run. Deuces wild in the 2-2 home from Ravel. Fastball fouled off. We'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnny Alley waits on deck. He's trying to preserve his 13-game hitting streak. Wind blowing softly in the ballpark once again at Harry and David Field. 2-2 again. Slider in the tag, and that will be for out number 3 as Severance did go around on it, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded as it is a strikeout for Michael Ravel. We go to the 9th right after this. Baum Northwest out in front 5-1 against your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Swall leads off the top half of inning number 9 for Baum Northwest. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues as Caleb Randolph goes to work for his 4th inning in relief. First pitch on the way, fouled off to the screen, strike 1. As it is 8-9-1 due up Pasquale, followed by Vega and Nelson. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors so far for the Baum Northwest. 1 run scored in the 3rd, 4 times in the 5th. And that's been the X factor so far for the Baum Northwest. That 5th inning felt like an eternity for the Rogues defense, and also the starter of Nico Crowley. No balls and 1 strike right now for Caleb Randolph. First off that strike 1 pitch home. Fastball wave and a miss, strike 2. And now Caleb Randolph finds himself ahead, no balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 9. Swallam so far tonight, 0 for 3 so far, pair of groundouts and a strikeout. Behind 0-2, Randolph sets and the strike 2 pitch home. Fastball misses outside of ball 1. Swallam currently attending North Creek High School. He'll be graduating in the year 2026. Think about that. Next year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Deep breath by Caleb and the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Great pitch there by Caleb Randolph, making his 5th strikeout in relief. Just good pitching there by Caleb Randolph. 1 gone, and the base is empty in the top half of inning number 9.
For Baum Northwest, he came in as a defensive substitution in the 7th, number 83, Dylan Getz.
So Dylan Getz will replace Vega. One out and the base is empty. Top half of inning number 9, 5-1. Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. Caleb Randolph delivers the first pitch. Fastball misses downstairs. Ball 1. Dylan Getz, he'll be going to Wachechie Valley College. Head 1 ball and no strikes. Randolph sets and the pitch. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses inside of ball 2. Zach Vega will finish tonight 1 for 2, so 1 for 2 with a walk. RBI single in that prolific 4-run inning in the 5th. Struck out in the top half inning number 6. 1's a wild in the top half inning number 9. And the pitch, fastball sent out of play on that first base side, strike 1. Top of the order guy, Sawyer Nelson waits on deck. 1 gone, the base is empty. Top half of inning number 9. Still a good crowd on hand on this Saturday evening. 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses outside. Ball 2. Still actually 3 balls and a strike rather. Randolph ready. And the fires the pitch home. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Caleb Randolph. 6 strikeouts so far for Caleb Randolph on this evening. Now with the bases empty and 2 outs in the top half of inning number 9, Sawyer Nelson climbs in the box for his 5th trip through the order. 1 for 3 so far for walk. Randolph delivers the first pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside, 3rd, strike 1. Nelson tonight, RBI double in the 3rd, able to drive in the first run of the Baum Northwest this evening. Had a walk in the 1st, popped out in the 5th, had a 6-3 ground out in the 7th. Strike 1 pitch home. Good curveball, pulls a string on it. Caleb Randolph as Sawyer's behind, no balls and 2 strikes in the top half inning number 9. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front, top half of inning number 9. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Caleb Randolph able to strike out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We've seen this one before. Medford trailing by 4. Can they walk it off in the bottom half of inning number 9? We shall see. Johnny Alley, Lando Covarrubias, and Chris Ortiz will try to do that as we go to the bottom half of inning number 9. Let's get wacky at Harry and David Field. Baum Northwest 5, Medford 1. Medford only trailing by 4. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports, high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator
or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Johnny Alley is off the bottom half of inning number 9, the 1-0 pitch. This is down in ball 2, as it is a 4-run deficit for your Medford Rogues. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Medford of Johnny Alley, followed by Lando Covarrubias and Chris Ortiz. 2-0 pitch. Misses, actually will be a strike on the outside, 3rd, strike 1. Johnny Alley trying to get another hit to extend his hitting streak he has a 13-game hitting streak right now. 2-1 pitch. Fastball up and in That escapes away from Swallow. 3 balls and a strike for Johnny Alley. Johnny Alley so far tonight, 0 for 2 so far off a walk. Had a fly out in the third, struck out in the first. Right now, Baum Northwest having fun on the hill so far. 3 balls, 1 strike as the pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 4. Johnny Alley able to get aboard with a leadoff walk, same like he did in the bottom half of inning number 6. So a walk worked by Johnny Alley. That issues a conversation on the hill with the head coach of Baum Northwest, Nick Labish, and the whole entire infield. This pause, the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. How many times have we seen this season the Rogues trailing it by 4? And somehow there's the wackiness and craziness in the bottom half of inning number 9 makes it happen. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues as Orlando Covarrubias goes to work now. 1 for 3 so far tonight. Medford right now trying to keep the pedal to the metal offensively. Only 1 run on 3 hits. That lone run was scored in the bottom half of inning number 2. A timely hit is in need right now for your Medford Rogues as the first baseman Johnson is going to hold on to the runner at first base. First offered home to Orlando Covarrubias. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. The left-handed batter able to get that leadoff knock in the bottom half of inning number 2. Able to be driven in by Mark Fedroff, an RBI single. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch home from Ravel. Fouls it off to the screen, strike 1. Stay tuned for the Rogues post-game show. Get a chance to pick our offensive and defensive player of the game and also get you ready for tomorrow night as it is Father's Day at the ballpark. Don't forget to get Dad a gift, or the gift will be free baseball tomorrow. Free general admission to watch the Medford Rogues take on the Baum Northwest. Final game of a 3-game series, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch home from Ravel fouls it off to the screen. Is Covarrubias. Now Covarrubias is behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz waits on deck now. Johnny Alley over at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch home from Ravel. 1-2 in the air. Charging in is the shortstop, tracking it down as Nelson's able to go back and make the grab for out number 1. So Covarrubias flies out for the first out of the inning. Right now, Chris Ortiz goes to work now with 1 out and 1 on in the bottom half of inning number 9. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues at Harry and David Field. Medford right now just trying to find a way to get another run across the plate. By the smallest number the Rogues have scored so far this season. First offering home. Fastball misses down and in. Ball 1. Baum Northwest able to tack 4 runs on in the top half of inning number 5. You look back on it, that was the turning point. Without those 4 runs, who knows what might have happened. 1 ball, no strikes. Alley at first base. Fastball elevated, ball 2. Chris Ortiz hitless this evening, 0 for 3 so far. Struck out in the second, grounded out to third in the fourth. And a fly out that was almost a double, but the center fielder of Fuller able to rob Chris Ortiz right by the Medford alert sign. 2 balls, no strikes, and that pitch is going to miss outside, ball 3. There is a little bit of activity in that Baum Northwest bullpen right now. They're just watching the game. No activity of anybody up and throwing around. All of 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 9. Rogues trying to create some magic in the bottom half of inning number 9. 3-0 pitch, fastball, as that is going to be a strike on the upper third to keep the at-bat going. 3 balls and a strike in the bottom half of inning number 9. Chris Ortiz trying to get aboard. Infield playing deep now for Baum Northwest. 3 balls and a strike. Ground ball left side. That is going to be a bouncer foul down that third base side. Strike 2, and the count runs full, 3-2. Now the question is, heading into tomorrow's game against Baum Northwest for the last game of a 3-game series, how does the Rogues find their offensive identity? Only one run is scored so far this evening. I know teams have an off night, but we've been accustomed to seeing this team put more than one run on the board this season. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball misses inside. Ball 4, and Chris Ortiz is able to work a walk, putting runners at first and second now. All of 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 9. Jordan Marion goes to work now, the future Gaucho of UC Santa Barbara. And Baum Northwest points to the pin. All of 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 9. We have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom half of inning number 9. 5-1. Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
For Baum Northwest, the bottom number 9, Trent Herzog in relief of Michael Ravel. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Final line score for Michael Ravel, only a third of an innings pitch. Gave up no hits, no runs, no errors, walked 2, and did not strike out anybody. As Trent Herzog inherits runners at first and second, with Chris Ortiz at first base and at Johnny Alley at second base. The Rogues offense has been pretty dormant so far on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Lone run was scored in the bottom half of inning number 2 off an RBI single from Mark Fedro that drove in Orlando Corporubius. Since then, it's been crickets. Pitching staff for Baum Northwest has silenced the Medford Rogues bats. Grady Saunders, the starter, the young man who will be going to Oregon State in the fall, started the game with 3 innings strong, struck out 6. Alex Lopez took over the controls, 2 innings pitched, struck out 2. Shane Haddad Jr., 2 innings pitched as well. Only gave up 1 walk, no strikeouts. And now Michael Ravel, only a third of an innings pitched, but gave up 2 walks. And now the coaching staff for Baum Northwest sending in Trenton Herzog. Trenton Herzog, who was behind the dish catching yesterday in Game 1 of this 3-game series, will face Jordan Marion in the bottom half of inning number 9. All of 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 9. We've seen some wacky things in the bottom half of the 9th this season, especially that walk-off against the CCL Showcase, the Redmond Dudes. Wackiness happens, but the Rogues got to get runners across the plate. 2 on, 1 out, bottom half of inning number 9. And can Jordan Marion do that now? 0 for 2 so far for walk, as it is a 4-run lead for Baum Northwest in the bottom half of inning number 9. First offering home, and that's a fastball that misses outside, ball 1. Jordan Marion able to work a walk in the bottom half of inning number 2. Made it all the way to third base, but was left stranded there. Had a grounded out to the third baseman of Alexander in the 4th. Had a ground out as well in the 7th. Strike 1 pitch home, off speed, popped up in the air. Tracking it down is Vega. Vega will call everybody off. Does not know where the ball is. That ball's going to drop down for a hit. The throw over to third base, and the throw is not going to be in time. And a bloop single loads the bases in the bottom half of inning number 9. The center fielder, Fuller, did not know where the ball was, and it just dropped like 2 feet in front of him. And Jordan Marion gets his first hit of the evening, and the bases are loaded in the bottom half of inning number 9. All with 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 9. Have we seen this one before? Aiden Horsley goes to work now. Tying run at the plate, go-ahead run. Waits on deck. First offering home, fastball. That'll be a strike on the outside third, strike one. Aiden Horsley 0 for 1 so far, had a fly out to left field in the 7th. Rogues covering all the bags in the bottom half of inning number 9, 5-1. Baum Northwest out in front against your Medford Rogues. Strike one pitch home, fastball, wave and a miss, strike two. Now Horsley's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Rogues right now have the bases loaded in the bottom half of inning number 9. 5-1, Baum Northwest out in front. Wind blowing strongly into the ballpark now. Herzog ahead 0-2, and the pitch. Fists it foul, spoils it down that first base side. Still no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 9. Leadoff walk by Johnny Alley, a walk by Chris Ortiz, and a bloop. 1 out single off the bat of Jordan Marion loads the bases now in the bottom half of inning number 9 for your Medford Rogues. Aiden Horsley behind, no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom of 9. And the 0-2. Fastball, knuckled foul down that first base side. We'll do it again, still no balls and 2 strikes. Alley at third, Ortiz at second base, Marion at first base. Rogues trying to get their first run across the plate since the 2nd inning. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, comebacker, that is going to be tracked down by the pitcher of, no one's going to get it. 1 run's going to score. So Aiden Horsley gets aboard of an RBI single. The miscommunication between Swallam and Herzog aids the Rogues. So the first run since the 2nd inning comes across the plate as Mark Fedro goes to work now. So everybody moves 90 feet around the base paths. RBI single from Horsley makes it a 3-run deficit now for Medford in the bottom half of inning number 9. Infield still playing deep for the Baum Northwest. First offering home from Herzog, fastball, misses inside ball 1. I know Mark's family's watching right now on the California Central Coast. Mark's cousin graduated from Cal Poly today. Congratulations to Mark's cousin. I know his mom and dad. Mark's mom and dad are watching right now on the Rogue Streaming Network. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 2. 5-2 Medford trailing against the Baum Northwest. Rogues covering all the bags in the bottom half of inning number 9. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Fedro still ahead, 2 balls and a strike in the bottom half of inning number 9. You think about how this team has battled tonight. First run scored since the bottom half of inning number 2. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. Fastball fouled off. Behind the screen, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the bases loaded in the bottom half of inning number 9. Ortiz at third base, Jordan Marion at second base, Aiden Horsley at first base. The guy who walked it off against the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase. Mark Fedro waits for the 2-2 from Trenton Herzog. 2-2 pitch, fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. And Fedro goes down on strikes. And now that brings up Frankie Retigliano of 2 outs, and the bases loaded in the bottom half of inning number 9. Frankie Retigliano goes to work now. Wind blowing softly in the ballpark now. First offering on the way. Fastball misses inside ball 1. Frankie Retigliano 1 for 3 so far tonight. Struck out in the 2nd, base hit in the 5th. Popped out in the 8th inning. No balls, 1 strike. Herzog ready in the 0-1. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 2. Or strike 1 rather. No balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 9. Rogues covering all the bags. The 0-2. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 3. And that is the ball game as Baum Northwest takes game 2 and they even up the series to force the rubber game tomorrow night at 6:35 p.m. on the Rogue Streaming Network. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Baum Northwest. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for your Medford Rogues. Rogues postgame show coming up right after the break. Medford falls to 10-6 overall in this 2025 campaign. They look for the series victory tomorrow night at 6:35 against the Baum Northwest. Rogues postgame show comes up right after this. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Tough one tonight at Harry and David Field as Baum Northwest able to even up the series in a 5-2 victory against your Medford Rogues at Harry and David Field. Hi everybody, I'm Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday evening wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues baseball, as it's not a pleasant evening for your Medford Rogues as they are 10-6 overall in this 2025 campaign. And the question is, where did the offense go from last night? The Rogues only able to get 2 runs across the plate on 5 hits, 1 error. The Rogues had an opportunity to get runners across the plate in the bottom half of inning number 9, but they leave the bases loaded as Medford will have to fight for the series tomorrow night at 6:35 at Harry and David Field, as that is the Father's Day game pregame show at 6:20 as Medford falls 5-2 against Baum Northwest. Let's go through the whole entire totals, as it was Nico Crowley able to get the start for your Medford Rogues, able to go 5 innings strong, able to strike out 6, struggled in the top half of inning number 5, giving up 4 runs. That was the thing that put the game out of reach for your Medford Rogues. Baum able to get 4 runs across the plate in the top half of inning number 5. The Rogues had opportunities to get runners across the plate after that, but it was limited. Great pitching by Baum Northwest, as it was Gary Saunders, the future Beaver of Oregon State, able to go 3 innings strong, able to strike out 6. Alex Lopez able to go 2 innings strong, able to strike out 2. Shane Hada Jr. only had 1 walk in 2 innings. Michael Ravel, a third of an inning, had 2 walks. And Trenton Herzog able to shut down the Rogues offense, only giving up 1 run. But this Rogue squad offensively, only 2 runs on 5 hits tonight against Baum Northwest. And you kind of look at what happened. You could look at that. There was 1 error that was committed by the Medford Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 3. That was a key factor in the loss, but also giving up 4 runs in back-to-back fashion, as it was a base hit off the bat of Justin Fuller, a bunt single off the bat of Jace Litton, an RBI single off the bat of Zach Vega, an RBI double off the bat of Aspen Alexander, RBI single off the bat of Reese Johnson. And that was the inning there. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors and 2 left. As Baum Northwest showing why they want to be here at Harry and David Field in a 5-2 victory against your Medford Rogues. So you know that team right now, the Rogues are having that conversation right now with head coach Kevin Olmstead, as everyone right now wants to get themselves back in the win column, as your Rogues are 10-6 overall on this 2025 campaign. Let's pick our offensive defensive players of the game before we go on the Rogues streaming network on the Rogues postgame show. Defensively, you got to go. This is a tough one. Nico Crowley looked pretty good, but Caleb Randolph, able to come in there, able to pitch well, able to have not one, not two, but 7 strikeouts. More strikeouts than the starter, Nico Crowley. So Caleb Randolph, the Central Point native, is our Rogues player, our defensive player of the game on the Rogues postgame show. And offensively, as you look at it right now, Jordan Marion with a base hit that made it interesting in the late goings in the bottom half of inning number 9. RBI single off the bat of Aiden Horsley. Tough one offensively. The offense non-existent on the great pitching of Baum Northwest. Think about what happened right now with this squad right now, just trying to find ways to get victories. You know what? This is a tough one. Orlando Covarrubias with a base hit to lead off the bottom half of inning number 2. Mark Fedro with an RBI single. You know what? Not a good night for hitting, but Jordan Marion able to provide some excitement in the bottom half of inning number 9 with that base hit that was able to continue the game and also make it interesting. But Jordan Marion is our offensive player of the game tonight. So Jordan Marion's our offensive player of the game, and Caleb Randolph is our defensive player of the game, able to go 1, 2, 3, 4 innings strong, 7 strikeouts for the Central Point native who goes to Oregon Tech. Game 3 of the series tomorrow night. It will be the rubber game at 6:35 p.m. at Harry and David Field. Pregame show at 6:20 as the Rogues like to get themselves back in the win column and also try to secure their 4th series victory of this 2025 campaign. So we'll have the pregame show for you at 6:20. Don't forget tomorrow, it is Father's Day, so take your dad out to the ballpark tomorrow afternoon, or evening rather. Take them out to the ballpark tomorrow evening and enjoy some good baseball, because this is going to be a very entertaining game tomorrow. 2 teams that really want to win this series in the Rogue Valley, and plus, it's free. Hey, take your dad out to the ballpark. General admission and seating is free tomorrow. And also, don't forget, buy your dad a gift or call your dad. Tell him that you love him, and also tell him Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening right now, or happy early Father's Day right now on the Rogue streaming network. Pre-game show tomorrow at 6:20. First pitch at 6:35 from Harry and David Field. For everyone here who has put this broadcast together, Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening as Baum Northwest able to even up the series and force the rubber game tomorrow with a 5-2 victory against your Medford Rogues. See you tomorrow night at 6:20 for the Rogues pre-game show. Happy early Father's Day to all the dads listening on the Rogue streaming network. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues